James Harden got arrested at 3:41 in the morning on June 13th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. And the charge? Unlawfully carrying a weapon in his car, a handgun in plain view, not in a holster, booked by 5 a.m., out on a $100 bond. And the Cavs? They put out a statement that basically said, "We got nothing to say right now, so let's break down exactly what happened, what this means for Harden's career. And here's the thing, why this might actually cost him a lot more than $100. Welcome once again to your soon-to-be favorite reaction channel. It is I, El Medio del Norte, JK Reacts. And look, last night when I was shutting down my laptop, a flash headline popped across my screen. James Harden arrested. It was too late to do anything, so I went to bed and woke up early this morning to read about what happened. And my first thought, here we go again. Another NBA star making headlines for the wrong reasons. But then I actually read the details, and it's not what you think. It's also not what you think, if that makes sense. We'll get there. All right, let's lay out exactly what we know, because the details matter here. Let me walk you through the timeline. When? Saturday, June 13th, 2026, at approximately 3:41 a.m. local time. Where? Houston, Texas. Harden's listed residence. Charge? Misdemeanor unlawful carrying of a weapon in a motor vehicle. The weapon? A handgun, in plain view, not in a holster. Booking? Just before 5 a.m. Bond? $100. Posted the same day Harden was released. Arraignment? Scheduled for June 22nd. Now, misdemeanor? Not a felony? Let's be clear on that. In Texas, unlawfully carrying a weapon in your vehicle is a Class A misdemeanor. Up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine. But let's be real here. A first-time offender with his resources, he's not doing time. He might not even get probation. But the legal side is only half the story. Hold up. Look at this. Texas Penal Code 46.02 says unlawful carrying of a weapon is when a person commits an offense if the person intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly carries on or about his or her person a handgun in a motor vehicle that, here's the key detail, in plain view. Okay, so the handgun was in plain view, not a holster. That's the detail. In Texas, you can carry a handgun in your vehicle, but it has to be in a holster. If it's just sitting on the passenger seat or in the center console loose, that's a violation. This isn't a guy who is waving a gun around or threatening anybody. This is a guy who, for whatever reason, didn't put his gun in a holster at 3:41 in the morning. Now, here's the thing. This isn't just any NBA player. This is James Harden, 11-time All-Star, 8-time All-NBA, 2017-18 MVP. The guy's been in the league for 17 years. And right now, he's at a crossroads. You know, the Cavaliers got him when he was traded from the Clippers at the 2026 trade deadline for Darius Garland and a second round pick. Harden averaged 20.5 points, 4.8 assists, and 4.2 rebounds in 26 games for Cleveland. The Cavs made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and ended up losing to eventual champion, the New York Knicks. And James Harden was a major piece of that run. James Harden also has a $42.3 million player option for the 2026-27 season. He's indicated he wants to stay in Cleveland, unlike some people that wear number 23 in the NBA, meaning he'd likely decline the option and pursue a longer deal. He's 36. This next contract is possibly his last big payday. So let me put this into perspective. You're 36 years old, you just finished a deep playoff run, you're about to negotiate what might be your last NBA contract that's really big. Potentially a multi year deal worth well over $100 million. And at 3:41 in the morning, you're getting pulled over with the unholstered handgun in your car? All right, am I off base or is this true? Here's what I think. This is stupid. It's not sinister. Harden wasn't committing a violent crime. He wasn't waving a weapon. He made a dumb administrative mistake, not securing his firearm properly in his vehicle. But at 3:41 a.m., what the heck are you doing out at 3:41 a.m. in Houston during the off season, weeks before your contract negotiation? The legal consequence is minor. The PR consequence, on the other hand, that's a different story. Now, here's the thing. I gotta be fair. I can't just give you all the negatives and not give any bright spots about it. I don't want to operate that kind of channel. Texas gun laws, they're genuinely confusing. The holster argument and the vehicle catches people all the time. This could literally be a guy who thought his gun was fine in the glove box, for all we know. We don't know the whole story yet. The bond was $100. That's practically like the court saying, this isn't serious. Harden has no criminal history. He's been in the NBA now for 17 years and has no prior arrests or history of violations. He was released within hours and sent back home that same afternoon. I'm not going to sit here and act like James Harden is Ja Morant 2.0. This isn't brandishing a gun on Instagram Live. This is a traffic stop that turned into a weapons charge because where the gun was sitting. That's it. But And there's always a but. Here's what I'm watching for next. These three things. 1, the June 22nd arraignment. What actually goes down? If it's dismissed or reduced, this will fade fast. 2, the Cavs' real response. Their public statement was corporate boilerplate. What are they saying behind closed doors? Does this affect their willingness to offer a long-term deal? And number 3, Harden's own silence. As of now, no comment has been made. How he addressed this publicly will matter a lot. You guys want me to let you in on a little secret of how I think this is going to go? Harden's lawyers get this pled down to a non-criminal citation, maybe even a fine. The Cavs, barring some wild new information that might pop out of nowhere, they still want him back. But I'd be surprised if this doesn't get brought up in negotiations. Even if it's just a footnote, you're asking for $150 million, and the team's gonna say, James, we need to know what happened at 3:41 on June 13th while you were in Houston, Texas. That conversation is happening. I guarantee it. Let me know what I got right. Let me know what I got wrong. Is this a big deal? Or is this nothing? I want to hear from you guys. Drop a comment. Does this change how you see James Harden? And if you have any video ideas, be sure to comment them down below. Thank you guys. And until next time, El Medio del Norte, JK Reacts, signing out.